Flight boss, bitch, you know, for sure. You're now listening to the Mind of an Antares Moon. I'm the Archangel Uriel, and I'm here to carry out God duties and motherfucking responsibilities. And right now, I'm just chilling right now, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to do a public service announcement. Some shows I used to watch coming up as a kid. I used to skip school and shit like that. And when all my friends want to watch football and shit and basketball and shit, I was somewhere watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. You know what I'm saying? With Michelle Gellar. You know what I'm saying? And then the cross references that that the homeboy who making all the Avengers movie right now, I forget his name. I think it's Josh Whedon. Yeah. Reason why he's so good, because if you watch, reason why he's so good at making the Marvel Avengers movies, because if you grew up like me, I grew up watching, well, I'm 28. So, my shows, when everybody's watching football and basketball, I was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, right? And then Josh Whedon did a cross-reference after the 2 seasons of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and took Angel from the series and created a series of its own. So it's a subsidiary, whatever that word is, of offspring of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So then you have Angel too, and they was doing a bunch of cross references with Spike and all them, and that can kind of give you an idea of dimensions also, if you know how to decipher what's actually going on. But yeah, shit like that. I used to watch a lot of shit, but right now I'm on motherfucking Lucifer, and I want everybody to think, oh, he's watching Buffy. I used to watch a lot of shit. That was just the first shit that hit my mind. To let you know what kind of realm I was in when I was growing up, 10, 11, 12 years old, when we used to skip school and shit. Early in the morning. Shit, Angel came on like at 7 o'clock or something. Like, it was a bunch of shit that came on like that though. But like, right now I want to talk about Lucifer. Season 2. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's on episode 5. But this whole season is about me though. It's my turn. So they depicted me in this season. And I'm going to come back, and even though they take their turns from biblical references and comic book references, it's still related to my energy. So the role I played in this season, which you actually see me for the first time on episode 5, and that's where Lucifer is at right now. It depicts me still in the right essence of the manner, because the whole thing right now is, see, Lucifer made it. Now, I want you to get a basic construct of why it appears to look like this. Remember when I said in this realm of reality, God is like, they compared everything of God to Yang, and they disclosed the Yin. So basically, when you take yourself outside the box and look at it as an angel, the only conclusion y'all could come to as humans is really it's just light going into the darkness. So that's the entering. You know what I'm saying? And everything as a human you see in existence is the creation of light going into the dark, light going into itself. So, and then when you get to see it. So anytime you're in a dark room and you cut the light on, you see all the creations that both of those two created. You see what I'm saying? So in this basic construct, from biblical notices and everything, they have points of references of God, but when they start to break it down, it only comes to Yang, which in this realm of reality, how comic books and how everything try to look at it, God is Yang. So when they say in these shows like Lucifer and stuff, like my father, God told us to do this, you talk about in the land of light. They're talking about Yang. So in reality, like when I bring myself down to density and come in y'all realm of reality, and when I talk about God and stuff, yeah, I'm talking about Yang. But the past few videos I've been doing, I'm talking about the one God. That's the yin and yang into one to become the being. That's where yin and yang came from. But when in their realm of reality, they control everything. You don't never see God. You just see mother and father. And you see representations of that with everything. Sun and the moon, light and the dark, yin and yang. So when we talk about God and just the existence as a whole, yeah, we're talking about Yang, and mother and goddess is the darkness. So it's kind of like you could trickle it down as below and above also, but it's when you go to the way God look at it, going down is going in and going up is going out. You see what I'm saying? So that's how he look at it. It's not evil or good yet in our realm. Just when it comes to y'all realm of reality. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way y'all decipher it. But in our time, in our realm, it's not looked at like that. You see what I'm saying? So in y'all realm, that's the perception they have. So when you see us calling mom in Lucifer, in the show Lucifer, that's yin. That's just yin. And when we referencing father, our father, we're talking about yang. We're not talking about the it. We're talking about yang. The last few videos I've been putting out is talking about it. But as far as existence period, yes, God is yang, and the opposite to God, his wife, is yin. You know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? It's the male. It was the without that went in first when God was becoming a being. So when it constructed into yang, it may appear to you that the yang need to go into the yin in order to create life, aka the light going into the dark, aka everything else. You see what I'm saying? So if you can get that basic construct, anytime somebody talking about God to you, the last end result they're going to come to is yang. And anytime they talk about the devil or whatever like that, the last end result they're going to come to is yin. Which in my realm of reality, that's my mother and father, but not my grandfather, which is or grandmother or grand being. The grand being is what I was just talking about. But as far as my father and my mother, yang and yin, because we came under them as the 4 archangels. You know what I'm saying? Is the God, right? Which when he went into himself, I remember I explained the inter and the in and en. That created the separation, or that created the in, the something going in to end, the without going within. That created all of that. And out of those constructs, that's how we deciphered what was going to be male and what was going to be female. You can go to my other videos to see how I break it down even more. So that's how we was able to tie yang to a yang, yin to the yin, light to the light, dark to the dark. But these are originally the first bacteria, the first sperm cells, the first mother and father. So once that 1 came to 2, we know 2 plus 2 is 4. So this is my mother and father, my mother and father. I don't call them God, grand. I don't call them, like, some shows may depict it sometimes, but I want you to pay attention. The shows like Lucifer and stuff like that, pay attention. They don't really never say, it be the humans who say God. When you talk to the angels and Mazadar, the chicken shit, they just say father or him. You know what I'm saying? When you're talking to the angels, they just say dad or our father. Keep that as a key note. God is my grand being. Then my mother is yang, and then my father is yang and my mother is yin. Then us, we came here, we got a little bit of both of them. This is the reason why, as a human, when it trickled down way into density, y'all are able to have the female and the male traits. Because as angels, we was the first one. Yang only have positive traits. Yin only have negative traits. It's not bad or good yet in y'all realm of reality. I'm just talking about it. This is why opposites even initiated to attract. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Then we came to put all these in perspectives, the 4 of us. So when it went down to 4 plus 4 and 8, when it went down to 8 plus 8, 16, when it go down and then reach to density to y'all, that's why angels we only could come to y'all as, see, reason why I say I lost my wings, because I did something that my grand being did, which is God. And when I brought myself way down to density, that low, I lost my wings. So now I'm able to be physical. So now I'm in this 3D plane, basically trying to find my wings so I could go back to 1. But I did it for y'all. That's why I'm releasing the information I'm releasing and the way how I'm doing it. And I picked this being to do it, which is an Aries sun, 8 degrees Sag moon, Leo rising, the fire of God. And I picked this life situation, which is my houses and my appearance. I picked this situation in order for me to get the word across the way it needed to get. Because it's going to be a lot of fears and realities that had to be broken down. For an example, when you see me, first of all, I'm black. Second of all, I look like I'm in a basement. Fourth of all, it's going to give off a perception of people thinking this nigga ain't nobody because he don't have no PhDs, he don't have no titles, he don't have nothing. So it's going to it's giving all these programs in front of you to make you think otherwise. But then when you start to hear the knowledge, Those are the main programs that need to get broken down. See, that was the main reason why I chose. This is the perfect choice as Uriel for me to be in this existence. And then I do music. I help people harmoniously. You know what I'm saying? So my physical form, the only way I can kind of compare it to my spirit and how I see things, I created the name Dolo the Pilot Man. Dolo as being solo, being the only one here in its own space within the space, but having an understanding of the single space. That all goes down to the I am. Aries, first house, being the singularity. Dolo. You know what I'm saying? Then the Pilot Man. What does pilots do on Earth? They fly. They fly to other longitudes and other geographical locations. I do that spiritually. So that's the only representations when I come here. Flights, air, out of the air, the gas, the spirit realm. You see what I'm saying? Flights. It take the light, take the F out of the flight. You have to lighten your load to take flight, to go up. You see, my shit is deep. Y'all think I'm just Dolo the Pilot Man. Y'all think I just made that name up and happy and googly and all that goofy and shit. I'm the Archangel Uriel. All my shit have reason. You know what I'm saying? Then my mind is like, okay, I'm the flight boss amongst Earth because I understand all forms and realms of reality of any kind of form of a flight. So yeah, I can get into density and y'all can understand me like, oh, you talk about flight, oh, because he can fly to this space and this planet and shit. Yeah, see, I got that realm of reality for y'all. But the realm of reality I'm in, it transfers into way different things. See what I'm saying? And it all ties to the same essence. That's why you can't refute me being Uriel. This ain't something I believe. This ain't something I learned. This is something I am. I'm dead motherfucking serious. And that program itself, people gonna look at, you got religious people who need programs broken down. Oh, you're human. What are you talking about? See, all that shit need to get, I'm so happy I jumped down in this body. I knew what I was doing. Flight boss, bitch. Goddamn. Air.